HDB family, how's it going? Welcome to Hold the Ball, your home of pure rugby league. Hope you guys are well. Thank you again for tuning in, for dining in, for driving in, for whatever it is inning you're doing. Thank you again for tuning in and watching with me. Hope you're well. Thank you again for watching. I appreciate it. Warriors chat. This position here is going to be a very interesting one. It's the wings, right? I'll be dissecting the wings, who we have, and who I think will definitely be playing at the Warrior spot, right, in those two positions there. DJ, hit that intro. Look, the Warriors, right, in terms of wings, Warriors notably have had some more, arguably the most iconic wingers in our history, in my opinion. Right, I don't need to say the names, the memories, who they are should be coming and bursting your way. Now, the Warriors, as of late, however, have not had the luxury, so to speak, of such wingers, right? Such dead wingers, wingers who have been able to finish, who have been able to juke and jive and just absolutely tear oppositions apart. Warriors have, unfortunately, in more recent years, probably relied more on their forwards acting as forwards, their wingers acting as forwards as opposed to being wingers. Now, in saying that, the Warriors now have a bit of depth. Players who can play, obviously, in the wing position for the Warriors at the moment. You've got Montoya, Watene-Zelezniak, you've got Gossi, you've got Vailea there, for example, if you will. I think even possibly even the likes of some of the up and coming, like Berry, I think it was playing the wing, if I'm not mistaken. Berry has as well, right? So the Warriors have a bit of wiggle room, if you will, regarding the wing position. Now, in saying that, it is such a, how do I say this? It is such a delicate position in the sense that obviously you need your wingers to be usually fast and agile, sometimes small, sometimes big, but nonetheless they've got to be able to hold the ball, particularly when there's a lot of kick pressure and all that stuff. Put into context. But in all seriousness, though, the Warriors, in my opinion, don't, they don't have the wingers of old. All right, but obviously we got to now look into the wingers we have here, and I'll mention them. I think for mine, in all honesty, I really do see Dallin Watene-Zelezniak, I think, cementing one spot. It'll be interesting if he doesn't. Obviously, you got Montoya there. And then obviously, like I said, you got the likes of Edward Gossi as well. Rocco Berry, he's playing the wing as well, funnily enough. And I think Vailea can also play there too. So it's not like the Warriors are out of depth as much as they are probably just out of, primary wingers, right? Wingers who are technically, just specialist wingers. Sorry, there you go. Specialist wingers. And I think they've only got one or two technically. Technically, they've only got one or two. So again, it is what it is. But look, in saying that, I think for mine, I see it being Dallin Watene-Zelezniak. And then at the same time as well, I also see it being Gossi as well. Sorry, I'm just trying to think there. I reckon Edward Gossi. And I think the Warriors will probably stick with that. Edward Gossi, obviously, last year was a bit of a redemption game for him. Ironically, where he stumbled was against the Storm. Ironically, where he rose to the occasion as well was against the Storm in a redemption game there, where I believe he scored 3 or 2 tries there. Dallin Watene-Zelezniak, granted, hard he is, will always run at the biggest bloke with the ball in hand. He always will. And he's also very, how do I say this? He's a trying sort of a player, right? He's always going to give his all. He's always going to try and sniff a try regardless of how difficult it is, and he's always a physical player. The thing about Dallin Watene-Zelezniak is he's not the biggest bloke, but 110% he's always going to put his all into it. He, in my opinion, will definitely cement a spot, and I think Edward Gossi. I don't really see too many changes there. I really think it's going to be them. If form dips, you probably place Montoya. Dare I say, you might even place Rocco Berry. But again, those two players are specialist centers, right? They're centers primarily. Tolpiki, where can you put him? you know, Tane, maybe in the wing, I don't know. But yeah, I just feel like for mine, you probably got only one. I think the Warriors only have one specialist winger, and I think that might be Edu Kossi. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, DWZ, Edu Kossi, and I think that's the way I see it. Give me your thoughts. Anyway, take it easy. See you guys next time. Hold the ball.